Okay, I'll just leave it like this then. Okay, so let's see. Alright, hopefully everyone can hear me. So now that we're all here, we are all gathered here today to hear Vanessa's tea. I wish I brought my water up here because I'm probably going to be sitting here for an hour and a half. Okay, guys. So, since this girl... Okay, if you watched my Get Ready With Me, then... Oh, thank you. If you watched my Get Ready With Me the other day, then you probably are like, what's this drama? What's going on? Okay, is Chandler going to keep... Okay. I'm going to bring Chandler in here just because... Let's see. Chandler request to be guested. Because Chandler was there the entire time. And she recorded... Chandler is a real bitch. Like, she's the realest. She voice recorded. And I'm so glad that we're actually on my phone so I can play voice messages off my computer. So you guys are basically getting the story time before everyone else does. So, let me get comfortable, why don't I? Because I'm going to be sitting here for a while. By the way, here's my trophy that I won from, the situation. It's not a game. It's not, it's not a game. It's not, I'm not 5, but I already know I won. So, I would like to be congratulated. This is my brother's freaking trophy from 2013. Oh, look at Chandler's guest pic. Ew, you're sick. You're sick. Okay, let's get this raggedy hag in here. Yo, are you ready for this tea? This is so...
It's not glitching or anything?
Huh? No, you're good.
It's not glitching?
Yeah, you're fine. Okay, so let me start this story with how we met. So, if you have watched any of the gossip videos, then you know that this boy is Jan Lemieux. He is a Musical.ly boy, Instagram boy, starting to get into YouTube boy. Now, I don't talk to people because of, fame or anything. So I didn't care about, I don't know why some people act like, oh, he's using you or this isn't that, when in no way it was like that. So let me explain it all to you. So one day I was on live.me with Steven. If you know Steven, he's one of my best friends, Steven Oscar. And we were on his Younow and we're like, let's go on live.me. I've never tried it before. I've never used the app. So, let's go on there. So me and Steven go on the app, and as I'm scrolling through the broadcast, I see Jan, and I'm like, ooh, who's this cute boy? He's kind of cute. So we're just watching him. We're not saying anything. So I'm like commenting on his stuff. I'm like, cute, you cute or whatever. And then I leave his broadcast. So I'm on my broadcast. I go live on there, and he comes onto mine, and he's like, holy shit, you're so pretty, you're so funny, like all this stuff. So after that, me and him just like, we said, because he was in LA, I was like, we should totally like meet up sometime or whatever. And the thing is, we went to the same party. So this party, oh my gosh, guys, this is the trap house. This party is a trap house. Like, I'm not leaving anything out, you guys. Like, I'm telling everything right now. So this was a trap. Huh?
Is this the house that I'm thinking about?
The
Bell?
I'm gonna say it's Bell. That house. This is a sick house, you guys. It's a freaking trap house. I don't know how they pay for it, but there's a bed in the living room. It is sick, but it's usually a good time. So yes, I have seen John's video, John Kukians, whatever his name is. Yes, I have seen his video, and the entire time, all he did was come for my foundation, because that's all he could really come about. So I mean, it's okay. So so we ended up meeting up at the party. We had a great time. All of our friends, his friends, my friends, we were all just hanging out, got pizza, whatever. And that was that, basically. Me and him, not dating. I don't know why this girl made it seem like me and him were dating or something. I'm gonna be 100% honest with you guys. And he knows this too. So I don't know if he's watching this or whatever. Like, I'm telling the complete honest truth, because I'm not gonna tell a lie and have somebody try to catch me in one. Like, I'm being 100% honest, because there's literally no, I know it's not a real trap house, you guys. I know they're not, like, cooking dope with an Uzi. Like, I know. I'm just, like, exaggerating. The girl on the right is Chandler, Alexis. She's one of, I would like to consider her one of my best friends, because we hang out all the time and we literally talk every single freaking day. But, like 10 times a day.
True.
Even with,
like 5 in the morning.
okay, so he's still awake? Duh. So, at this point, me and him are nothing. There's this boy that I was kind of like, just, we weren't talking, but we both thought each other were cute. We were just like texting or whatever, so it was nothing. But then I met Jan, and I'm not saying I cut that boy out, because me and Jan were just friends. I didn't dance on Jan. I didn't do nothing on him at that party. He was over there mesmerized by me dancing and whipping my weave and everything. I'm not a thought either.
You're just having a good time.
Like, I was getting out there, you know? So, yeah, so I was like kind of like talking to another boy, not like in any sexual way, but I was just like being flirtatious, you know, just flirting. And at this like, same time, he was in the DMs of that girl. We weren't dating, so I really don't know why she's posting DMs as if me and him were in a relationship. Is it glitchy? Can you hear me, Chandler?
Hold on, pause for like 2 seconds. Okay, now say something.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yeah, you're good.
Okay. So even if you can't see me, you guys, that's fine. You just need to hear it. So, wow, there's 1,000 people in here. That's crazy. So this girl, she's over here posting screenshots on her Instagram, which is now deleted. Don't really know what happened with that. Maybe she deactivated because she was scared. I didn't do anything. She thinks I got her Instagram deleted, but Chandler, I don't have that power.
No, we're YouTubers. We're not Instagram account people. Like, we don't own Instagram.
I would understand if I was freaking Lele Pons or something, and I had like this huge Instagram following, and I had huge like connections with like Instagram. I would understand. Like, okay, Lele, I have 10 million followers. I have good connections, most likely. I'm gonna get you deleted. You know what I mean? So, wait, I thought he was your man. I know, it's really confusing. Me and him are together right now. We're together. But at the time, we weren't. So, her putting these receipts were very, very
They were
irrelevant.
Old. Expired.
I know. You could see the timestamp October 5th. Me and him weren't talking October 5th. We weren't, but unless you were calling him my man's, like, yes, because he is right now. He is right now. I'm sorry I didn't clarify everything. I'm clarifying it for you guys right now. Like I said in the video, I didn't give every single detail. So I don't know why everyone's like coming for me like I did or something. I said I would share everything in the story time. If I'm going to tell everything in the get ready with me, what's the point of making the story time? You know what I mean? So, yes, just to clarify, me and him are together as of right now. Like, me and him, we're perfectly fine. This drama that's going on is actually pretty hilarious to us, because this girl is really trying to get in between our relationship, but it's not going to work because, sorry, we're on that ride or die level right now. Just kidding. But so at this point, so much has already happened that me and him are just like, this is gonna just have to work out, like no matter what.
It's like replaying everything over again. Like, we already went through this roller coaster. She's just bringing it all up again.
And I just want to announce right now, yes, I am mixed. I did not say her name in my video. And I also told you guys not to harass her. You guys know very well that Miami, Florida is full of thousands of aspiring models. Now, I just want to put out there, let me pull up the email. Oh, now the Wi-Fi wants to work on my freaking computer. Let me pull up the email, because I actually received one from another girl, and I would like to announce her name on here because people are also attacking her. So this girl, let's call her let's call her Iggy. This real girl, let's call her Iggy, because we're not going to use her real name. So the girl, but let me retrace. Okay, so the girl that people thought that was they thought it was her. Her name is Cara Spade on Instagram, and she told me she had to put her account on private because a lot of people were going to her thinking that the video was about her. So exactly, Iggy Who? That's exactly that name, because Iggy Who. But this girl, Cara Elizabeth Spade, her Instagram is Cara Spade, and a lot of people were attacking her. And she emailed me last night. I replied right away, and I said, I'm so sorry for the inconvenience. Like, I told people not to go looking. I did not have the intention of, honestly, you guys, posting that girl's Instagram is not going to do anything because it was deleted, and it's not coming back. So I don't know why people are like, don't post anything. Don't give the girl any sort of, recognition, because after I spill all this tea, she's going to look like I'm not trying to bully her because I have experienced cyberbullying. That was not my intention. Exactly why I didn't use her name, because I would not want someone to use my name. Oh, Tana's here. Hi, Tana. I would not want people to use my name and then me receive a bunch of hate about it. You know what I mean? Because it's happened before. So basically, this girl, she's been receiving a lot of hate. So everyone leave Cara Spade alone. She didn't do anything. She has nothing to do with this. So let's not bring her into it, okay? So let's see, where do I retrace back to? So the DMs that she was posting on her Instagram, they were from someone sent me confetti. How cute. So so the DMs that she posted were from October 5th. And they were just like talking, flirting, being flirtatious, I guess. But I was also being flirtatious as well with someone else.
At this point, you guys were talking, like you guys were friends, so it wasn't.
We were friends. We weren't even talking. There was no sort of, I have a crush on you. It was nothing like that. Like, yeah, maybe we thought each other were cute or whatever, but there was nothing there. So I don't know why she was posting it like, your man was in my DMs. I mean, yeah, maybe he slid in them and someone else was in mine at that time, but me and him weren't together. So why is that even relevant? It's not. So that, you can already like cross that out, whatever. So the video of them, yeah, I'll get into that. I'll get into all the things that she posted, you guys. So she ends flying out to California. Now, keep in mind, they've never met in person at this point. I don't recall them FaceTiming. I mean, I never seen him FaceTime her. Me and him we were friends, but we were like hanging out a lot, I guess, kind of. But not even just alone, just like other people and stuff. And his friends as well that were there. So I never saw any FaceTime, so I don't know if they were FaceTiming or any of that. But she felt the need to travel across the country to meet this boy, which for me personally, I'm not trying to shade her. I'm not trying to throw anything at her. But I personally would never fly across the country for somebody I've never met in real life.
That's
me
sketchy.
Personally, that shows some sort of, I mean, I don't know, maybe you just really, because you aren't her. What are you talking about? So I guess like she really wanted love, or I don't know. Like, I don't know her purpose. Yes, I know the video, you guys. I will talk about it. I don't know why you guys keep calling. I just said I was going to talk about it. I don't know if it was desperation. I don't know what it was. But, wait, what? That shows you're obsessive. What shows I'm obsessive? What just, I don't know what
that shows she's obsessive by coming across the country.
Her being obsessed. I was going to say, me? What did I do? So, at this point, me and him are not, like, we're not dating. We're not any of that stuff. Me and him, at one point in October, we kind of tried to talk a little bit, and it was working for a while. Everything was kind of fine. And then me and him started spending too much time together, and I think we just kind of got sick of each other for a while. Like, I'm being honest with you guys. Like, we kind of got sick of each other for a while, so we're like, you know what? We're at this point, we're just going to be friends. And Jan was in a long-term relationship with a girl. I know that relationship ended during the summer, this past summer. So he was in a relationship with this girl, and Iggy I guess he was trying to fill the void. He told me this. He was like, I was honestly low-key trying to fill the void because, like, they look kind of similar, body types kind of similar, and I was just extremely hurt. Some people are saying she looks better than you. Well, you can say that. That's okay. But if you think about it, your mindset's in the wrong place. If you really think that looks are the thing that keeps a relationship going, if you really think that looks are going to make something.
Can I pause you real quick?
Huh? Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Guys, I don't like this bitch. I'm gonna call her bitch. I don't fucking care. I don't like her. I think she looks like a man. That's my opinion. I don't fucking care. So that's what I have to say. Go ahead.
I mean, I honestly wish we would have recorded the whole like arguing thing, because that honestly, if all I would have to do is post that. Like all I would have to do is post, here's what she did. But I have the receipts of other stuff, so we'll get to that in a second. Someone said, I understand females be delusional. She's still posting videos on Snapchat. Okay, I understand that, but hold on. I'll get to the video.
Huh? They're like, why is your friend bullying her? Guys, this is like, I'm such a quiet person. Like, when it comes to stuff like this, I usually don't, especially if like it's not my business. I'm usually quiet about this. But this girl, which Vanessa will get to it, like the receipts, this girl bullied me.
Mm-hmm. And Chandler didn't do anything to her. This girl was going in on her, and I have them right here. Let me actually pull them up real quick so I can have them ready. All of the voice recordings of this girl going off on Chandler and all this stuff. So and by the way, not once did I call this girl ugly. Not once did I say anything like that, because I'm not trying to, I'm not trying to make her feel bad or anything. I'm not trying to like bully her or anything like that. So me and him tried talking for a while. We were like, nah. Like, me and him, we liked each other, but we're like, we're gonna remain friends. And that's where we were at that point. We were gonna remain friends. And this girl ends up flying into town out of, I don't know, maybe she had things put in her head that she thought maybe her flying out, this was gonna be a relationship, all this stuff. But my thing is, she flew out expecting a relationship, and you guys are going to understand it as I get into the story. She thought that her flying out, and she can't even come and say that she doesn't. Because why would you fly across country to meet somebody? And that was the only purpose you had there. You guys will understand. Like, that is the only reason that she came out there. And don't ever do that. Don't ever do that. So, me and him were basically kind of on a little bit of a break. And I wasn't, like, talking to anybody or anything, but I guess that girl flew in, and they were just chilling or whatever. Now, he was staying in, or him and his friend, we're going to call him Jay, because I don't want to bring his name into it. So, Jan and Jay were in Airbnb. This flew in and said, hey guys, I'm at a Airbnb and I paid for it. You can come stay here. Now, if you are a aspiring model, professional model, I'm not gonna diss her. If you can still hear me, is it glitchy, Chandler?
A little bit, but I can still hear what you're saying.
Okay. So, if you are a professional model, but she has a pretty small, so I don't think she's like some model who's making thousands of dollars a month. I don't think this girl's making hundreds of thousands and all this stuff. So why would you jeopardize letting somebody stay in your Airbnb, which is yes, I'm still going to post a story time. I just want to kind of like talk about it to you guys. So you guys are going to hear it first, and then it'll end up on YouTube. So why would you let somebody stay? It's like getting a hotel room. It's like me getting a hotel room and then taking the boy that I've never met before in real life, but I guess we DM'd. I flew over, got a apartment to rent, and I let them both stay with me for free, not expecting them to pay anything.
No.
I live in
wait, no, she was supposed to be there for a week. And remember, she said Jan said he would split the cost with her because Jan and Jay were staying in an Airbnb before she got there. And then she came and she was getting an Airbnb by herself. So they decided to just get one Airbnb. There's 2 Airbnbs. They decided to get one. And Jan said he would pay for half of it. Jan and Jay, they were going to share together. They were going to pay for half of it, and she was going to pay for the other half for 1 week. 1 week.
Exactly. One, and then she was gonna go back home. Ooh, excuse me. And so, I'm sick. So why are y'all hating? Wait, what did I say? Why are y'all hating? If you don't like her opinion, then that's fine. Leave. Of course. Can you guys get to the story without putting in a comment? Okay, chill. We're getting to the story. Like, do you have somewhere to go? It's Sunday. Relax, sit back, drink some cocoa, and listen. So, so she flies in. They end up in the Airbnb, all 3 of them. And at this, like I said, me and him, we're nothing. We're nothing, you guys. Me and him, literally nothing. Now, when him and her were together, he told everybody that, honestly, okay, I'm gonna be a bitch. She's a rebound. I'm sorry, guys. Let me just be fucking honest. I'm not gonna even, I'm not gonna hold it back. She was a rebound. This girl was right there, and I have physical proof that he went to a rebound is when you basically get out of a relationship or just end things with somebody and then you jump to another person, and that person, huh?
It's like when you don't want to be alone, so you jump to someone else.
So you jump to somebody just for the companionship, you know. So basically, this girl was a rebound. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to offend you, girl, but you were a rebound. You came in, and that same night, he went to a party, and he was drunk. People are vulnerable when they're intoxicated, and I'm not saying when you're drunk, you're all of a sudden an idiot. I'm not saying that at all. But alcohol mix a little liquor in there, and anybody's a bad bitch. And anybody's, it's called beer goggles. Feel free to research.
When you have alcohol in your system and you just stop talking to someone, you're alone, you're vulnerable.
Exactly.
So
So he was hurt, and like I said, he was how do you know? Listen. So like I said, he was in that long-term relationship, so I understand where he's coming from with the whole, seeking affection. So that girl was conveniently there, and he has admitted it, that he was sad, he was hurt. And he does feel bad for making this girl believe that she was going to be in some sort of relationship. Okay, I know some people are saying, if you guys were dating at the time, then why did you go after her so viciously? He wasn't even your man yet. I did not come for her viciously, because when me and him fixed things and decided to be together, she got involved. So that's when I got involved, you guys. I don't care about any of that past stuff. That's why I'm not mad. I don't care about any of that past stuff. All I care about is the present and me and his future. So the fact that she's bringing up things from when me and him weren't even anything. So it's yes, maybe you have a video. That video of them kissing was when he was drunk.
He was drunk. Can we put a timestamp on this real quick?
Honestly, do you have the timestamp from it? Because she's posting these videos as if they were recent.
Okay, guys, so she was supposed to be here for a week, right? So the first day she gets here is the party. That's when they went to the party. He's drunk. That's the first day. Second day, by the way, this is word for word what I was told by Jan. So it's not just some shit I'm just in my head. No, this is word for word. The first day they were there, he was yeah, he had a fun time or whatever, but he was drunk. So I mean, okay, you're gonna have fun. He said the second day was when he realized, like, this wasn't the girl he wanted to be with. And he told me that he couldn't stop thinking about Vanessa. Keep in mind, him and Vanessa were just friends at this point. So when he kissed the girl the day before that, like, you know, he wasn't cheating on Vanessa. They weren't dating. But he said
Exactly.
all he could do was think about Vanessa. Like, the whole time he was with that girl, he was thinking about Vanessa. So he said the second day he kind of tried to, like, push the thought to the back of his head. Like, he still hung out with that girl, but the thought was in his head, like, I want to be with Vanessa. So by the third day, he told the girl, I want to be with Vanessa. And he was like,
Should we play it? Should we play it? Should we play the receipts?
Told her, like, I'm sorry that I had you fly out here, because the girl flew out there thinking that her and Jan were going to be a thing. So he apologized to her and said, like, I'm sorry I flew you out, or like, I told you to come out here.
He flew out.
You flew out. So he just said, I'm sorry that you flew out here. And he said, by the way, I know this was brought up in that guy's video, like, why would Jan buy her a ticket to go home? This is why. He said she was supposed to be out there for a week, but by the third day, he realized he wanted to be with Vanessa, so he didn't want to waste any more time with this girl, and he didn't want to waste any of her time. So he told her, like, I'm sorry that I wasted your time by coming out here, so I will buy you a ticket to go back home. I will send you home. Because at this point, third day, she's supposed to be there for 7 days, but the third day, he realized, like, I don't want you, I want Vanessa, and it's time for you to go. By the way, throughout these 3 days, the girl was at Vanessa's apartment complex, like, all 3 days. I don't know why she was there, because she didn't live there, Jan doesn't live there, but that girl was there all 3 days, and it was at the point, like, the third day, when Jan was like, I'm done, that girl still kept coming back to Vanessa's complex, and we're like, why is she here? By the way, I was there those days, so I'm like, I was too, like, why is this girl here? She doesn't live here. And it was kind
also,
of
keep in mind, sorry to cut you off, keep in mind at this point, she blocked me already on Instagram.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't know her Instagram. I didn't know all these things. But she blocked me, so already she knew who I was. He clearly mentioned me to her. So out of spite, she thought blocking me was going to, do something. Would this be around the time of the prank? Basically.
Yeah, this was the fourth day. Fourth day was the prank.
People are saying, why aren't you mad at him? See, I got on his ass about it. Like, you guys are making it seem like, so he basically played this girl and you think it's okay? It's not okay. And also, let me put it out there. I'm not putting all my business out there because I feel like the world needs to know. I'm a story time teller. And I put my life on the internet, and that's my choice. I don't care if people agree with me or if they disagree with me. I enjoy doing this. So if I want to put my life out there, that's okay. Now, I thought the situation was over because he has her blocked. I have her blocked. The reason I called him my mans in the video is because he's my man right now. We're together. That's why. I didn't say we were together at the moment, but he's my mans right now. And that guy kept making fun of me for saying mans. So, like, I honestly think it's so funny. Like, I said it on purpose. I've seen a lot of stuff to make you guys laugh. So, I just said that, but,
I also want to point out that, like, okay, everyone is like, well, shouldn't you be mad at Jan, blah, blah, blah. By the way, I had a talk with Jan about this. It was, like, the fourth day. Like, the fourth day, everyone in Vanessa's complex was trying to get rid of this girl. And I mean everyone, not just
everyone
Vanessa,
did her, because the first time they met her...
Yeah, this girl caused so much drama that everyone in the building wanted her gone, because she was lingering around the building, like, near the pool, near the fire pits, and, like, people were just like, why is this girl here? Like, everyone was trying to get rid of her. But I want to say, I did talk to Jan, like, the fourth night, and this is the night everyone's trying to get rid of her, and he literally, like, we had a long conversation. He said that basically, everyone's like, you should be mad at Jan, because he played her. No, Jan was confused. Like I said, the day that he kissed her, he was drunk, so there's that. But after that, like, he just said, like, he was confused, like, he didn't, and Jan is a really nice person. If you guys know Jan in person, which I'm guessing a bunch of you guys don't, if you actually know Jan in person, he's a really nice dude, and he doesn't have any bad intentions towards anyone. Like, he makes mistakes, and he's just like any other boy. Like, they do stupid things sometimes without actually thinking it through and how it affects other people. But he's not a mean person. Like, he doesn't have any intentions. He wasn't trying to be, like, a player. He wasn't trying to play both fields. He's literally a nice person. So, it wasn't like he was trying to be rude or anything. He was just confused, and he was...
Yes, and he did lead her on. Like, we're going we're gonna be honest here. He led the girl on. And he
Mm-hmm.
tried to fix it by paying to have her go back home because her purpose of going out there was for this boy. Which you guys, please, I encourage never act like that. Do not fly country for a boy that you don't even know. Keep in mind, the DMs, October 5th. October 5th. They didn't know each other that long. So if you don't know someone that long, he could have been a serial killer. He could have been a murderer for all you.
And you're gonna stay in an Airbnb with him and his friend?
Yeah, like, why would you put yourself in that situation? Why would you fly across the country? Oh, that's like a 6-hour flight. Just so you can be in hopes that there's going to be a relationship. So I know that there's emotions there, and I know because somebody commented that just because he bought her a ticket doesn't mean that it's going to solve all the problems, but he was trying to fix it. He talked to her, he apologized, and that exact night he tried to send her back. She was on her hands and knees pleading with him. She cannot come on here, she cannot deny this because there was witnesses.
Okay. Yeah, hold on, Vanessa. Let's go to, because this, I want to talk about that, but like we gotta go back to day number 4, which, by the way, day 3 he told her he wanted her to leave and he said he would buy her a ticket. Day 4 is the day, the whole situation, the whole argument, the fight.
Mm-hmm.
So at this point,
so let's talk about the fight.
Yeah, me, Jan, and Vanessa were in Vanessa's apartment hanging out, and where were we going?
Oh wait,
we
we skipped an entire piece, Chandler, about the part of him coming over, and we talked about it. We cried it out, like we just talked about it because I know people are gonna be like, "Oh my gosh, you guys are so dramatic," but even though me and him were just like talking for a while, we missed each other. Like you have to understand that we missed each other. Because we were like kind of hanging out all the time, and the reason we kind of ended thing is I think it's because honestly we spent too much time together, and I think we started to like get sick of each other. So
but when we stopped hanging out, it was like,
was it day 4? Was it day 3? I don't know. After he told her that he didn't want anything with her, he tried to fix it. He's like, I'm so sorry about everything. But at the same time, if you were only there for a couple days, what emotion how is the emotion so strong? I feel like there's a deeper problem. Wait, let me see.
Yeah, I feel like day 3 we would have been like friends, like just being friends.
Like,
not even
you don't meet people and you're all of a sudden in love with them. Like, you're not all of a sudden.
I mean, unless you're using them to get followers on Instagram for your career.
Exactly. She thought she had a connection, but it's been only a couple days, so I'm sorry if she has something going on mentally. That maybe she does have mental issues. Maybe she has daddy issues. Maybe she has problems back home with her family. But you guys, this is a story time because of how crazy this girl is. I'm not trying to be like, he's my property, blah, blah, blah. Not at all. I just like to share stories. Damn, like, y'all are acting like I'm fighting, like I'm really trying to back myself up, like I'm really fighting for this. Right? I'm not. I'm telling y'all a story. Like, y'all don't want to hear a story, then leave. Like, that's my channel. I'm a storyteller. And if I want to tell them, then I'm going to tell them. I'm not trying to tell the story to get this girl harassed. I will show the audio as it, like, goes in with the story. Like, so, in the video, I put, she tried to steal my man. Because when me and him fixed things, and then eventually decided, yeah, we're going to be together.
This part.
So when me and him decided that we were going to be together, this girl basically got upset about it, and she
got physical.
She got physical with it. So me and him at this point, we already decided everything's going to be perfectly great and fine. And that same night, me, Chandler, Jan, and other people were going to go to the beach.
Okay,
now there's an older.
By the way, we got a phone call from a friend. We don't name him either, and he was just like, "Let's go to the beach and have a beach bonfire." So we're like, "Yeah, we're down." And he told us to invite these other guys who live in the same complex as Vanessa, but a different apartment, obviously. So we're like, "Okay, we're down. Like, we're gonna go tell them. Let's go." But I had been in that apartment while Vanessa and Jen were talking. I was at those guys' apartment, and that girl was there. I didn't say anything to her, like I just ignored her or whatever, but she was there. So when I went back to Vanessa's apartment, and the guy was on the phone saying like, go invite those guys. I was like, yeah, we can invite them, but she's there, so like she would want to come. The guy on the phone was like, no, like he knew who she was, and he was like, no, she's not coming, like ditch her. He was like telling us like, you got to tell them to ditch her, like she's not coming because she's crazy. Like he had already had his experience with her, which I don't know what happened with that, but he basically was just like, no, she's not coming, it's not gonna happen. So he talked to Jay, who was, he wasn't friends with the girl, but he was kind of like babysitting her. And he talked to Jay and he just told him like, take her back to her Airbnb and then let's go to the bonfire. So that was the plan. We go back to those guys' apartments and we tell them like, okay, we're going to the bonfire, blah blah blah. They're like, all right, we're down. So it's about, I want to say 10 of us. Yeah, like 10 of us that are going to go to the bonfire.
Like, I understand if I was in the situation where I was told I wasn't invited, then yes, maybe it does hurt a little bit. Like, maybe, wait, what's the point of telling the story? Like, it's not like you're telling us who she is or anything. Because I can! I'm a storyteller. How many fucking times do I need to say it? I could tell the story if I want to. It doesn't matter if there's a point or not. If I want to tell a story and show you guys a little bit of entertainment, you're still here. You're entertained. Don't act like you're not. Okay? You're entertained by this tea, and that's my job. My job is to keep you guys entertained and take you away from reality and give you guys some entertainment. So stop acting.
Watch, just leave.
Like, if you don't care and you think there's no point in this, get the fuck out. Like, I'm gonna be honest, get the fuck out. Like, leave. You don't have to be here. Are you not entertained? Like, you don't have to be here. So I understand that she was upset that she couldn't go. But this guy that said that she couldn't go because he was gonna take us there, basically, she knows he didn't like her. He told her to her face, I can see through you. I'm not a bullshitter. I can see through you, and I can see your intentions. You're latching on to Jan, because Jan, I feel like he's a talented guy, and I don't care about numbers. He has potential, and he's gonna make it far in this world. I see it for him. Congratulations for him. But this guy was telling her, the only reason you're so latched on is because you think that there's going to be something to benefit you. Why are you so clingy to a guy that you've known for like 2 days, like a day? You have not known him. Just because you text somebody does not mean anything. Have you watched Catfish? People can say anything through a text message and not mean it. They could be a different person. It doesn't matter. So I don't know why this girl thinks that, or I don't know why she was so upset about it, because if I was in the situation and say it was me and this guy that doesn't like me, I would not put myself in the uncomfortable situation. And you guys don't believe it, anybody can make an account and say they're her. So just because somebody says it's her doesn't mean anything. So we don't know if it's her or not, but it doesn't matter because I'm telling the story and I'm telling the 100% truth. And she cannot come for me and say I'm lying at all. Okay?
Okay, go back to the story.
So
oh, by the way,
so
when we told her, like,
basically,
wait, go ahead.
Go ahead.
Okay, Jay, like basically babysitting her, told her she couldn't go. She didn't make a scene about it, but you could tell like she just was like, okay, like I guess. But he basically told her like, we're gonna take you to the Airbnb.
Oh, sorry, pausing really quick. Somebody commented, if they've been talking for a long time, then they have the right to be clingy. It was not a long time. It was not a long time. Their first DM the first DM was October 5th. What are we? November 27th? How is it months? And you, Chandler.
Okay, so Jay told her like he said we'll call you an Uber. I'm gonna call you an Uber because we were taking cars and she couldn't fit in the car. Well, she could, but like we didn't want her in either of the cars because we're not friends with her. Like no one was friends with her. So he told her like, I'll call you an Uber for you to go, and that was the plan. So anyways, we are going down the elevator, we get outside, and one of the guys forgets his car keys to his car. So he runs upstairs to go get it, and we're all kind of just lingering around waiting for him to come back downstairs. As this is going on, I can't remember, someone who said it, Vanessa, like, I don't want to say
Okay,
names.
this is what happened. So we were walking and we kind of were just like standing there for a while. And I think this is what triggered her. I don't know if it's true or not, but I think this is what made her go off. So I was talking about like, honestly, I can't wait to move out of here. Or no, Jan said, I would never live here. There's too much drama. And I said, I can't wait to move to like a quiet town where there's no drama because this building is full of it. And he said, yeah, we're getting a house together. We're going to move together. He was playing. He was playing. And right after he said that, she rammed into me out of nowhere. I was like, and this is what I said. I said, girl, don't bump into me. I don't know you.
Exactly like that.
That's exactly what happened. I said,
wait, guys, keep in mind. Wait. Keep in mind, we're not walking anywhere. We're literally just standing there waiting for that guy to come back downstairs. So it wasn't like we were walking and she had somewhere to go and she accidentally bumped into Vanessa. We're literally standing there. She walked the opposite way of where we were even going if we were leaving. Like,
exactly.
She had
How are you gonna bump from behind?
Yeah, and keep in mind we're on a big sidewalk. She could have easily went around. She could have easily went the other way, but it says she went right past Vanessa and bumped into Vanessa like hard. And so Vanessa was like, girl, you don't need to bump into me. And she goes, it was an accident. Like, you don't need to make a big deal. Chill. She was like, chill out. And I was like, at this point, I already knew at this, like, okay, how I am in these situations, like, I didn't want anyone to argue. So I was just like, if it's an accident, just apologize. And she goes, this is none of your fucking business. Like, she starts coming at me, and I'm just like, bruh. Yeah. All I said was apologize. If it was an accident, just apologize. At this point, like, he just starts yelling stuff like, do you have a problem? Like, to Vanessa, like, do you have a problem? Like, no one has a problem. You just bumped into her. Just apologize and move on with the situation. Like,
exactly. Like, I understand that you're hurt that he likes me. I understand that because he explained to her already that he still liked me and that he felt bad and he would pay for her plane ticket. Now, he wasn't obligated to, but I also felt like it could have been kind of right in a way. Like, okay, she came out here for that. And like she came out for him. Okay, I understand that you're upset, but it was only a couple of days effort to send you back. I know there might be emotions, but it wasn't. You guys weren't even that serious. And then if he told you, I'm sorry, maybe you should just go home, but you still put yourself in the situation to be in my apartment building. You don't live there. You didn't have to be there. No one told you, go to the apartment of the girl that said, or that he told you he likes her. Can you still hear me, Chandler?
Yeah.
I know, I'm glowing right now. Y'all see this? The Almighty is by my side. Jesus is raining down his glory on me on this video. He is here saying, you are telling the truth, Vanessa. And for that, I won't send you to hell this time. So back to that. So I understand where she was coming from and why she was upset, but no one told you to put yourself in this situation. My apartment building. Jan don't live there. I live there.
Okay.
You don't live.
Go on with the story. So after that whole situation happened,
she was standing. Hold on, Chandler. I want to tell it. So she rams into me, and then I'm like, yo. I was like, girl, I don't know you like that. Don't come into me. And she's like, chill out. And I was like, whoa. Like, she caught me off guard. Like, chill out. I was like, oh my gosh. I was like, I'm chill. And then Chandler was like, you need to calm down. And the girl was like, shut the fuck up. Like, this has nothing to do with you. This is between me and her. And I was like, what? What's between us? There's nothing between us. There's nothing there. And she's like, just going off about, you need to chill out. And then she continued to say, I'm 21 years old. This is high school shit. I don't deal with this. And I was like, then why did you bump into me and pop off? I was keeping a calm composure the entire time, you guys. I was very mature. Everyone that was there will agree. I handled that so maturely.
At this point, too, we're confused. We're like, why is this girl really popping off?
He's like, he watched the way he's still texting my phone. It's on my Snapchat. Girl, He's not texting you that he wants you. This is probably a fake account, honestly. I don't know what's going on. But so I'm just like, okay, you need to chill out. I understand. Yes, you're older than me. I was 19 at the time. I just turned 20 last week. So she was just like, how old are you? And I was like, I'm 19. She's like, exactly. You're still in that high school stuff. And I was like, okay, all right. I get that I'm young, but I'm the one that's being mature about it. Yeah, it's a fake account, you guys. Don't worry about it. It's a fake account. So I'm like, you need to calm down. If you're telling me that you're the older one and that you're supposed to be more mature, then why don't you handle it like a mature person? I'm a grown woman. I know I'm only 20, but I feel like I just wanted to handle it correctly. I didn't want to, I didn't want to fight this girl. Like, I'm not going to fight. I'm 20 years old. I'm not trash. I'm not going to bop you for no reason. Me and him already talked. Me and him already on that level, like, we're going to be okay. We'll work things out or something. And he told
Vanessa,
me
go.
what?
The bandana, that too.
Okay, yeah. So I was wearing a blue bandana, and this girl was like, "That's my bandana, by the way." And I was like, "Are you sure? Because I think I bought it." And she was like, "Yeah, that's my bandana. You better give it back. I want it back now." And I'm just standing there like, "What?" I'm just like, okay, maybe you can go buy another one. Like, if you lost yours, congratulations. They're like dollars up Forever 21. I understand maybe that's an issue for you. Would you like me to purchase you another one? So this girl is going off about my bandana or whatever, and the security kind of like heard us because I live in California. I live in LA. There's security everywhere. So exactly, the girl's trying to make it seem like we were bullying her when in reality, no, we weren't. We were just standing there like, can you calm down? Everyone is just like, dude, chill out. They're like trying to hold the girl back, and I'm just standing there like, okay. And everyone told me, they're like, Vanessa, you're handling it. You're handling it properly. Handling this fine. And I'm like, okay, like, I know, like, I'm trying to do this, like, in the mature way. And then I'm like, security, can you escort this girl out? Like, this girl's over here clearly trying to, like, she's in Florida right now, you guys. She already left. This girl was exactly hella child. Like, how are you gonna act like that? 21. You're trying to pop off that he likes, he doesn't like, but you're a grown woman. You're a grown woman. You shouldn't be acting like that. You shouldn't be acting like that towards anybody, especially if you're going to keep saying how much if you're going to keep saying how grown you are and how you left it back in high school. So then why did you bump into me? We were standing there. You walked past me and shoved it into me for no reason. So people are saying it's glitchy, so I have 5 seconds to like let it catch up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. So I'm just like, you need to calm down. Security, can you just remove her from the building? Because I honestly don't feel safe right now. This girl that didn't like me already punched me in the face. And I understand if people don't like me, that's fine. And I already had that situation of that girl punching me. And I just got rid of my black eye. I ain't trying to get another one. Because I'm not going to say this girl she was clearly going to swing. So I was like, yeah, I'm not trying to fight right now. I just basically healed. I don't care. So we're all walking at this point. She's still yelling. She's still complaining. We all get in the elevator. We go down. And somebody calls her an Uber. Because
Jan called her an Uber.
Jan called her an Uber to send her back to the Airbnb to drop her off into the apartment she was at. So we were going to just drop her off there, and then we were going to continue on with our lives. But instead, as we're down there,
we're going to go to the bonfire.
The Uber's right there. And also, this entire time, she's yelling at me, telling me I'm trash, calling me ratchet, telling Chandler she's ugly. I did not call this girl ugly. You can go and watch my Get Ready with Me. I didn't call her ugly once. I didn't disrespect her or try to comfort her looks. Because, okay, maybe I disrespected her. But
damn.
I didn't ever come for her appearance, because you never do that to people. You don't come for somebody's appearance. That's fucked up. I have my own insecurities, and I'm sure she has her own insecurities. I'm not that kind of person. I'm not a bully, so I'm not going to try and, come for her appearance. I'm not like that. But the entire
We had our
like,
own opinions.
you're ratchet. She's going off on Chandler. I will play the video of her also. I'll play the audio in a second. This
But
was
yeah,
all the
even
same.
as she was going off on us, we never said anything to belittle how she looked. We never said anything. Like, the entire time she's saying stuff at us, we didn't say anything back. We were just like, you need to leave. Like, just leave. Like, we weren't saying anything about her appearance whatsoever. Keep in mind, this girl was like, I'm 21 and I'm mature. But she was coming at us with all this stuff. We literally said nothing back to her. We were kind of like, me and Vanessa had talked about it after the whole situation happened when she bumped into her. We're just like, we're over this. Like, we don't want to argue. Like, we're trying to have a good time. We're trying to go to this bonfire. And
Yeah, we were also telling her, like, we don't want to argue with you. Like, it's not that serious, dude. Like, you bumped into her. All you had to say was sorry. That's it. Just say sorry. And then move on with it. She was there.
But it seems like she had something more built up and, like, she wanted to
pop off on me. Like, I know for a fact she wanted to go off. So I already knew that, like, me being there, because I walked into the apartment that she was in, and she was just sitting there. And here's the thing. She turned around and looked at me and didn't say anything. You remember that, Chandler? I walked in. She didn't say anything to me. She looked at me and turned back around.
Quiet. She was quiet. She didn't have anything to say.
She said nothing. She was just sitting there. Jan's walking around, playing guitar or whatever. And then the kids the apartment that we were in, they make music. So we were listening to their music. They were recording. We were bumping it. Having a good time before we left.
Another reason I think she might have been mad was because earlier that day, we had stopped by there, and Jan and Vanessa they left, like, they were in her apartment talking. When they left, Jan gave everyone a hug, and he didn't give her a hug. Because at this point, he was done with her. So he didn't give her a hug, and she was kind of looking at him like, you're not going to give me a hug? But he didn't give her a hug, and he left with Vanessa. So I'm pretty sure that had another thing to do with why she was so triggered.
Mm-hmm. But he already told her at this point that he had no feelings for her. He said, I'm sorry, like, I know, like, the day that we were finally together in person, maybe we had some physical interactions, but I don't feel anything for you, and I'm sorry. I like Vanessa. I want Vanessa. I'm sorry. I feel like an asshole. But at the same time, me and him weren't even talking anymore. I didn't know if me and him were going to end up talking again. I didn't know. I mean, I liked him, and I could see that I don't know. When I look at him, I see him as a good person, and I know some people might be thinking I'm not trying to, like, blow this all up. I just wanted to tell a simple story time. That's all I wanted to do, you guys. Like, that's literally it. So, you guys can still hear me. So, just because I just got a text message, so can everybody comment that they can still hear me? I just want to make sure
we can hear you.
Everything. Okay, cool. So, because I can't see your video anymore. Oh, now it is. I can see it. Okay, so wait, where was I?
Oh, so the Uber gets there. The Uber gets there, and the girl says, she grabs Jan and says, like, let's go. And at this point, Jan is like, oh, I'm not going with you in the Uber. Like, we're going to a bonfire. Like, you're going by yourself in this Uber. Like, he tries to tell her, like, oh, no, we're going somewhere. That's why the Uber is here for you. She was like, I'm not leaving without you. This girl literally is pulling Jan. Like, this is his sleeve. She's pulling him like this, telling him, like, come on, we're getting in the Uber. And he's like, no, I'm not going with you.
And then remember when he walked her over to the Uber? She gave me that look. She was like, she looked at me like, like, know your place, bitch. And literally he walked her over to the Uber, told her to get in, and she was like, wait, what? You're not getting in with me? I was like, yeah. So I was just like, the entire time I knew he wasn't gonna get in it with her. I knew she's not here, guys. Let me clear that. She's not here. Because if she was actually here, then she wouldn't be saying that this is all fake. Because this is all 100% truth. True. Like, I am not lying at all, you guys. I don't know.
I felt embarrassed for her because literally, guys, the look she gave to Vanessa is like, bitch, you thought. Like, she literally looked at Vanessa like, you know that little smirk you get? Like, he's coming with me. And he walked over, opened the door for her, and was like, okay, bye, see you later. And she was like, wait, what? Like, no. And she was like, I'm not getting in. You're not coming with me. Like, he was like, no, I'm not. And she kept trying to come. He was not going with. Hey, guys, by the way, this went on so long. Poor guy was like, what's going on? She had to walk her to the Uber, and he told her, he was like, so are you not getting in the Uber? She was like, no. So Jan walks over to the Uber guy. He's like, okay, well, I guess she's not coming. I'm sorry. And the Uber takes off. If it happens, the girl takes too.
You are so glitchy,
walking,
girl.
like,
Yours is so glitchy. That's what people are talking about. It's you. You're the one that's freezing.
oh, I'm freezing?
Yeah, so let me just continue it. So she says she's not going to get in the Uber. Jan tells the Uber, I'm sorry for wasting your time. I'm really sorry for wasting your time, but I'm just going to have to cancel the Uber because she's not getting in. So she starts walking down the street. And I'm like, where is she going? Like, where is this girl going? Maybe she's going to call the Uber. She thought that Jan was going to follow after her. I know that was her mindset because as a girl, I know where she's coming from. So I know that she was thinking he was going to follow her. But instead, all we did was we were like, okay, bye.
Yeah,
like,
we
she'll
all were
call
like,
it Uber for herself.
She's 21. She's mature. She'll figure it out. All right, let's go.
Exactly. You're a grown woman. Figure it out. So call a taxi, do what you got to do. And so she basically is walking over. Then she calls him as we're all walking to go get in our cars. She calls him saying, I'm on 2% battery. How dare you let me walk away? How fucking dare you? You're sick. Like, why would you let me just walk over here? I'm by myself. Just walk over here. I'm by myself. Just walk over here. I'm by myself. So I'm just like, can you turn your volume down? Because I'm hearing myself echo.
What happened?
Okay, so this girl is over here like, how dare you? So he's like, okay, what should we do? And me, Chandler's gone. Me being the responsible adult, I know some of you guys are going to be like, Vanessa, stop. I offered to pick her up and take her home. I offered, despite the fact that she tried to fight me. I am a good person deep down. Even though you try to do me wrong, God don't want me to let you walk. She left because of her connection. God don't want me. I'm going to play the voice memos. Calm down. I'm going to tell him I'm almost at that part of the story. I'm not that bitch. I'm not petty. I'm not going to I know some people are like, Vanessa, you shouldn't have done that. But I'm not going to let you. It's Hollywood. She was in Hollywood, you guys. That's dangerous. It was late at night, and I understand. She has a family. Her parents don't want her to freaking get kidnapped or something happened to her. So I was thinking for her. Even though she was trying to start with me, I still felt pity. I said, I'm going to pick her up and I'll drive her home. I don't care. Oh, does she want to come back? Put Chandler back. So let's wait till Chandler's back. Okay. So I'm like, I'm not going to just, let her walk home. So I'm like, you know what? Let's put her back in my car or whatever. But then our friends, the one that we were in their apartment, they're like, we'll just put her in our car, Vanessa. That wouldn't be like the smartest thing. She's not going to get in your car. And I was like, I understand that.
I told her, I went up to her and I was like, let's just be mature about the situation because we all are just trying to go on with our night. This is just being blown out of proportion. So I said, I will take you to your house. Like, I was driving the guy's car. So I said, you don't have to get in Vanessa's car because that would be another situation. So just get in the car I'm driving.
Oh, also, sorry, Chandler. Somebody said Hollywood is not dangerous. Calm down. It's not. But you guys, hopefully you can still see me. But you guys, Hollywood, what time was it? Wasn't it like midnight or 1 in the morning?
No, it was like 2 in the morning because I remember I wanted.
It was super late, you guys. It was super late, and it's Hollywood. There's homeless people everywhere. And I'm not saying all homeless people are bad because you don't know anybody's situation. But there's drug addicts running around. This lady was outside my window at one point talking about how she got smacked in the head with socks full of butter and she was going pow pow, like trying to punch people. And I also put that on Vine. So if you think I'm lying, go to my Vine, SIMPLYNESSA15. It's connected to my Twitter. You'll see that Vine. It's not safe at
And
night.
keep in mind, there's a bunch of clubs nearby and a bunch of drunk people, drunk guys. Like you never knows what
Mm-hmm.
could happen. It was just an unsafe situation for a girl to be by herself. So I told her like I'll take you, get in the car, and so she agrees. She says okay. So Vanessa and Jan get into Vanessa's car. The girl gets into the car that I was driving, and she's quiet the entire time. We drive, we get there, and we get to her house. But Jan, at this point, Jan and Jay, who were staying at the Airbnb with her, were like, okay, like we're done with this girl. It's time for us to get our stuff and leave. Like Jan was like, I already offered her a plane ticket home. If she wants to stay in this Airbnb, that's fine, but I'm not staying here anymore. So Jan and Jay go up to the Airbnb with her to grab their stuff and to leave. Like they didn't want to go back there ever again. So we get there, we're waiting for a little bit. It's kind of taking a while, like they're taking forever. And at one point, Jay comes downstairs and says that the girl had locked them in the Airbnb and told them that they weren't leaving. Now, if that's not crazy, I don't know what is.
Is this when the audio comes in, I believe?
No, that was later that night.
Okay.
That
Wait, how many? Hold on. I remember. Okay, so at one point. Oh, is that okay? Hold on. I'm trying to like remember the entire story right now. Like, I'm not bullshitting you guys. I'm not lying. I'm just like trying to try to put everything in like order so you guys aren't you guys aren't confused. So the second time we went, like we dropped her off and then we went back, right? And that's when we went.
There to get his inhaler the first
Yeah.
the first time. But Jay started grabbing his stuff. Like he grabbed his backpack full of clothes. But Jan just grabbed an inhaler and said he would get the rest of his stuff after the night was over. So Jan grabs his inhaler and then they come downstairs and that's when Jay was just saying like, oh, she tried to keep us in there and told us we weren't leaving and blah blah blah. So anyways, we leave and we went to one of our friends' house and the guy who invited us said she couldn't come. We went to his house and we were hanging out for a little bit and the entire time we're there, Jan, his phone was blowing up. She was blowing up his phone and literally it got to the point, guys, like it's someone is blowing up your phone when a guy will just hand his phone to people and be like, look, like I'm over it. Look at these text messages. So he gave his phone to me. He unlocked his phone and gave it to me. I didn't like take it from him. I don't have his password. He just gave it to me. He was like, look at this. Like she's blowing up my phone. And I read the text messages. It was saying stuff like, first she texted him saying, don't come home late. And Jan was like, don't come home late. You're not my mom. Like, you're not even my girlfriend. Like, don't tell me don't come home late. She was like, don't come home late. Then she texted him this long paragraph. Girls, you know what I mean when I say long paragraph. About we're supposed to be a thing and you just left me and you want to be with her, but you're telling me this, like you want to be with me and I just don't believe it. And we could have had something good. She said, I could have showed you real love. Like this girl was like in love with Jan, talking about like, I could have showed you what real love is. We could have been the perfect two together. Like I was the perfect girl for you. I've shown you nothing but love the entire time I'm here. Like this, it was obsessive, guys. And Jan was like over it. And guys, at one point, like he had to leave the house, like the apartment that we were at. He had to leave because he was like, I need air. Like he couldn't do it. He left his phone. Remember, Vanessa? He left his phone in the house and said, I'm going for a walk. And he left. Like he left. And that's when that point, like later that night, that's when I left and I went outside and I talked to Jan. And that's when he told me like I had been thinking about Vanessa. I told the girl to leave. Like that's when he told me everything. So this point, like he was done with this girl. He was over it. And at the end of the night, Jan had it set in his mind that we were going to the Airbnb. He was getting his stuff, his clothes, his shoes, everything, like everything he had there, and he was leaving. Like he wasn't staying there anymore because he was just over this girl being so obsessed after he told her. By the way, we're on day 4. He told her the day before that he didn't want anything to do with her anymore. So day 4, she's talking about I could show you real love and I'm the one for you. Like he was just like, no, I don't want this. I don't. So that night we went back to the Airbnb to get his stuff and we told Jay to go up there with him with Jan because this girl, by the way, this girl's technique of getting Jan was just crying her eyes out and being like, Jan, like I said, Jan is a very nice person and he's very like, this is not meant in an offensive way, but Jan is very easily manipulated. So the fact that this girl knew that if she cried, she could easily manipulate him. So she would cry and just beg and plead, like, please stay, like, I have no one
Pause
else.
really quick. Pause. So this person's commenting saying, why don't you guess me? Why don't you guess me? Do me a favor. If it's really you, Go over to the, let's see, it's called the guest queue. Go over to the guest queue and take a picture with your face.
There you go.
Show us that it's really your account. Because you haven't yet. If it's really you, then prove it. Go in the guest thing. Go in the guest queue so we can see it's you. Okay? Anyways, continue.
Okay, so Jan and Jay go up to the Airbnb to get their stuff. At this point, we are waiting in the car, and it's like 10 minutes go by, 15 minutes go by. Jay finally comes back, but he's not with Jan. So Jay comes down and he brings the stuff, and we were like, okay, where's Jan? He was like, oh, he's still in there, like she's talking to him, blah blah blah. By the way, or no, he said he wasn't talking. He said he's just packing his stuff up. When Jan went in there, we told him, like, this girl is crazy. So when you go in there, don't say anything. Like, don't speak to her. Just get your stuff. Like, you're ready to go. Just get your stuff and let's go. Don't talk. Don't say, because if he says one thing to her, she's going to take that one thing and run a mile with it, you know? So we're like, don't say anything. Just walk in there, grab your stuff politely. Don't be rude about it. Just get your stuff and let's go. So Jay comes down and he was like, he's just getting his stuff, but they were taking forever. So Jay goes back into the apartment. Another like 20 minutes go by. So we've been out in the car for like 45 minutes waiting for them to come down. At this point, everyone is over it. By the way, we had two cars. We had Vanessa's car and we had the other guy's car that I was driving. So all of us, it's about like 9 of us in the car, we're just over this 45-minute wait. One of the guys even got out and started walking to Wendy's because he was hungry. Like, we were waiting for a long time. So at this point, my head, I'm like, I'm fucking over this. Like, you're making me mad now. So my sneaky ass decides to say, when Jay came back down again a second time without Jan, I said, I have to use the bathroom, which, by the way, I knew there's only the bathroom there, but he wasn't going to say no because there's nowhere else for me to use the bathroom. Obviously, I didn't have to use the bathroom. So I walk up with him to the apartment, and before we get there, we hear yelling. Like, we can hear yelling in the hallway. So Jay, I'm about to, like, knock on the door to go to the bathroom. He was like, no, stop. He was like, let's just listen. So I was like, good idea. Let me turn on my voice recordings. And I start recording the conversation, which Vanessa has receipts for that, where this girl is just being psycho. She's yelling at Jan, and they're going at it. And this girl basically says, first she starts insulting Vanessa, saying, like, Vanessa's ratchet. Like, she just thinks she's this because she lives at that place, but everyone who lives there is just stupid, and they're ratchet, and, like, they're all about drama, and they're a bunch of high school kids living in, like, a dorm. And she was like, I would never want to live here. I would never want to be around these. Oh, she said, if you want to surround yourself with these disgusting people, then that's your choice, Jen. But I would never surround myself with such disgusting people. Like, she was calling all of us this. By the way, she doesn't know any of us. Like, you've only been here for 4 days now, and you're calling us disgusting and ratchet. Like, you have no idea. She was like, Vanessa talks classy, but she's really ratchet.
You guys, I didn't drag anybody, by the way. I don't know why people are commenting that I dragged Tana's boyfriend, because I'm seeing this comment a lot, and I've just been ignoring it. No one said Tana's boyfriend's gay. I don't know where this is coming from. You guys are literally trying to start some bullshit right now. I have never said anything. I don't even know anything about the relationship. I've only met him once in person, so miss me with that fake shit. Moving on. Stop bringing that up. I didn't say anything. And you guys have me on Snapchat. At what point did I try to expose somebody for being gay? That is sick. You guys need to stop being nasty and stop trying to come up with stuff. Stop making, like, Tana has nothing to do with the situation. Stop trying to bring her into it and trying, because, like, that's rude. He literally said he is gay. What? Okay, moving on. Okay, I'm not even going to.
By the way, that girl's picture isn't in the guest queue, so I'm just.
I know, I'm like, We both scratched our head. Like, where are you?
But, where are we at? Okay, so we're standing by the door, and I'm recording it. By the way, like, Vanessa will play that later, like, the voice recordings of this girl talking shit. Eventually, I'm over that. Like, guys, by the way, I love some juicy tea. So the fact that I'm listening to this girl yell at Jan about the whole situation, and he's basically shutting her down. He literally told her, like, I like Vanessa. And, like, I already told you. He already told her, like, I already told you I didn't see anything happening with us. I'm just listening at the door. But, guys, this goes on for so long that even I get tired of listening to it. I'm just like, okay, let me in. Like, I just want to go in, pretend to use the bathroom, and then tell Jan, like, let's go. So I, like, opened the door. Oh, no, Jay opened the door. I told him, I'm like, okay, let's go. So he opens the door. I walk in, and the angle that I walked in, she couldn't see me. Like, she was in the corner of the room. Like, I didn't see her, she didn't see me, but I walked into the bathroom real quick. I was in there for a few seconds to make it seem like I used the bathroom, washed my hands, opened the door, and as I opened the door, she comes walking around the corner, like, to see who is coming out the bathroom. She sees me, and she looks at me, and she says, I don't feel comfortable with you being here. I want you to leave.
I'll play it. Let me play it. Let me play it.
Go ahead.
Let me play it. Let me find it. Hold on.
Vanessa, you're glitching.
Disgusting. So this is after Chandler walked out of the bathroom, right? That's when you walked out.
Vanessa, I'm gonna end myself because it's gonna glitch if I'm on here. So I'm gonna end myself so you can play it like clear.
So is everything fine? Can you guys hear me? Glitchy. Well, let me know when you guys can hear me again. It's glitchy. Still glitchy a little bit. Okay. Ow. We can hear you? Can you guys hear me now? Is it a little bit better? Oh, I can see. Let me see it a little bit better. Is anything? I do not want to restart the podcast or go on Periscope. Let me. Yes, but it's bad still. Okay, let me try to move to another room. Let's see. Is it okay now, you guys? Is it a little bit better? Better? Okay. As long as it's just a little bit better. That's ooh. Better. We're in my old room. Okay. Which is empty. Besides this freaking chair. Okay. So let's continue this, you guys. Okay. So what I'm about to play is after Chandler walked out of the bathroom. Okay? They're having problems and broke up. What are you talking? You are disgusting. I'm honestly like throwing up right now. How disgusting you are. People are so sick when they make stuff. Okay. You guys did this? By the way, the apartment that she was staying in was extremely dirty. I'm not trying to call her a dirty person, but that's what Chandler's talking about. It's disgusting. So I'm not gonna clean up at least? Take out the trash. You did this? Hi. You can get out now. Okay, well, I'm just waiting for him. That's fine, you can get out. You can wait for him outside. Oh, okay. I'm being serious, like, I don't want to fight with you. I know, well, they paid for this too. They paid for this too. Keep in mind, they offered to pay for it. Now listen to this.
I'm paying for this place and I want you to get out.
So are they.
No, honey, I'm paying for it.
So that just proves that and she didn't ask them for any money. So you played yourself right there, darling. You played yourself. You let two grown men stay with you for free because you thought whatever. Okay, continue.
I need you to get out right now. Like, I don't want to fight with you. I don't want to be
okay, be 21 and be an adult.
Remove yourself. Thank you very much.
Doesn't want you. Okay, so that is when Chandler went to the bathroom and the girl asked her to leave. So, now going here.
Thank you. You're welcome.
So at this point, this girl is. Hold on, let me see.
I only talk shit when she's here.
She's fucking crazy.
Shut the fuck out.
Ooh, let me not put that part yet. Hold up.
Hold on.
You're welcome.
I'm glad. I hope you feel better.
I don't know anything. Like,
I didn't say no.
I feel like you're involved in the morning.
Okay.
Just because you don't need to tell me.
I only taught it when she's here.
Okay, sorry. I'm like trying to like get everything like correctly, you guys. Okay, so at this point, this girl is making fun of Chandler, and she tells Chandler to basically like shut up. So just listen.
Oh.
You're welcome.
I'm glad. I hope you feel better about yourself at the end of the night.
No, you don't know anything. Like,
I didn't say no anything. I said I hope you feel better about yourself.
does it make you feel good to like feel like you're involved in something?
Did I say anything about you? Said I'm disgusting. I didn't say you were.
Like, 6 in the morning. Like, shut the fuck up.
Okay.
Really.
Okay.
Like, you don't know anything. You're just getting involved because you're a friend. You don't know anything. You don't know
Okay.
the severity of
I read the text messages, but I mean.
No, that doesn't matter. Just because you read text messages, it does not make you part of the situation.
Okay. You're right.
You're literally just in high school.
You're right.
Yeah, you are.
You're right.
Yeah, I know. I know.
Okay.
You don't need to tell me that. I know.
Okay.
Like, I know.
Funny,
I
Vanessa's
know
not
this
here
is
though.
years ago.
Just so you know, Vanessa's not here.
Okay.
You said I only talk shit when
No,
she's
it
here.
doesn't,
She's not
doesn't
here.
matter.
Okay.
You're still over there.
Okay.
Come over here and say that.
You told me you didn't want me in here. I'm respecting.
Come in. Come in. You can say it to my face. Like, what's your problem? You think you're involved? You think you're involved?
Do you have an issue?
Do you have an issue? Because now, right now, you're in my place and you're trying to start.
You just told me to come in here.
No, so like, what's your problem? You think you're involved just because you read some text messages? Look at your shitty ass little contacts. Like,
Okay. Thank
you're
you.
literally like a child.
Thank you.
Low blows. You came for me, darling, saying I was the bully, but we never said anything to you. But you're making low blows, coming for people's appearances. Who's childish?
I'm gonna cut this off because I finished with high school back when I was 18 years old. That's
You finished high school, yet you are fighting over a boy that doesn't want you. Okay. And making low blows, keep in mind.
like
Okay.
part of my life and stuff.
I'm glad. Good for you.
Yeah, get out. Step the fuck
This is
out.
funny.
Step the fuck out right now.
Didn't you just tell me to come
Step
in?
the fuck out right now.
Didn't you just tell me?
And I'm telling you to step the fuck out right now. Step the fuck now.
Sure. You're crazy.
Exactly. Get out.
She's fucking crazy. You guys are right.
Do you guys hear this? Why does high school even have to do with this? It has nothing to do with it, but like when you're in high school, you're younger, so you do like things erratically, you're more immature. Do you guys hear that? Can we listen to it again? It was funny.
Step the fuck out. Step the fuck out right now.
Didn't you just tell me to come
Step
in?
the fuck out right now.
Didn't you just tell me?
And I'm telling you to step the fuck out right now.
Why did you tell her to go inside if you don't want her? That makes no sense. She literally told her, walk in, come in here, then step out. You kicked her out, brought her back in, kicked her out again. So if that doesn't prove already low key that this is California's wiretapping laws to blah 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 blah. It's a crime to record or eavesdrop on any confidential conversation. Okay, Chandler was recording it. It was her conversation. So how is that illegal? Also, it was not a confidential conversation. It was in a public place, basically. So don't come for me right now, okay? Because I know you're probably just trying to say, like, no one's doing anything illegal. The person that was involved in the conversation recorded it. Therefore, they were allowed to because they were speaking on it. So, goodbye, LOL. LOL. So, this girl, I don't know, like I said, I don't know if she has mental issues, but that happened. And then after that, Chandler, she stepped out. She walked out. I mean, oh, Chandler's back. Let me bring her greasy ass on here. I know, I love John's videos. I have watched them. Like, I'm not shading him. I love his videos. I love his tea.
Well, I just want to say one thing real quick. By the way, my mom is a lawyer, so just wanted to bring this up real quick. Someone said you can't record confidential whatever. You can record anything you want. You can't use a recording in a court of law. Are we in a court of law right now? I don't think so. That is when you can't use a recording, but I can record anything I want and use it on social media or whatever. Don't you guys watch, like, those Uber videos where they record their Uber driver? Like, it's not illegal. Just pointing that out. But I gotta go.
Okay, bye. So either way, if we do go to court, Okay, we'll literally just have Chandler's mom represent us, so miss me with that. So eventually, here, let me play the clips of him telling her that he don't want her, because I guess she still doesn't get it. Maybe she's watching this. Maybe I need to play it again so she can understand. Let's see. Let me find it. Listen. So she's over here like, you're gonna leave, or you're gonna ditch me for some crazy ratchet bitch. So this girl the entire time is just telling me how she came at you, why she talking like you're ghetto. I'm not ghetto. I didn't grow up with money, and I didn't grow up in an amazing neighborhood. I didn't grow up rich, but I'm not ghetto. So, I don't know. The entire time, she has nothing to come at me for, because she doesn't even know me personally. The entire time, she's just saying that there's nothing going on, you guys. Just ignore these, like, stupid people trying to start shit in the comments. So the entire time, she's just doing low blows, like calling me ugly, calling me ratchet, calling me disgusting. And that's all she could say to me. So let me see. Let me keep going with my receipts. Let me see. They are low blows to me. When you're coming for somebody's appearance, that's a low blow, especially if you're older. You already know who is waiting for those recordings just to roast you. That's okay. I mean, he can make a video. He can go ahead. He's a gossip channel. His channel's about other people's issues. I respect that. So, you know, I don't care if he's here to collect things. He's probably gonna record this or download this at the end of the night. That's okay. Hey, to your viewers, subscribe. But the fact that this girl is just going off about that's her reason, like, sorry. Let me find it, you guys. There's a lot of footage to go through. Let me see. Let me see. I put it on my Snapchat. Sorry, guys, I'm going through it. Freaking Chandler making all these fucking noises. You hear that? Something going on with Vanessa. Oh, you guys want me I'm just gonna play the entire thing. I'm just like pausing it so you guys can hear. So she's basically saying, you have something going on with Vanessa, don't lie to me. This entire time, she already knows this, so I don't understand why she's saying she's confused or feels like she's being lied to. Wait, Nessa, why do you lie? Not only do you use clickbait, but you lie. Why do you do that to your friends? What are you talking about? Who am I lying to? Let me just, honestly, you guys, I have not said anything about Summer. I'm going to say that for the last fucking time, because a lot of people are confused. I have not talked to Tana in weeks, I think. I haven't. Why would I start someone else's relationship? I'm sure they're perfectly fine. How many times do I need to fucking address it? We're not talking about Tana. We're not talking about Summer. We're not talking about anybody's fucking relationship, and I never brought it up. So miss me with that fake shit and grow the fuck up and stop trying to start shit. Like, the only people that are trying to start shit are complete fucking losers. Don't be a loser. Continuing. So, let's see. Okay, so she's saying, please don't lie to me. You still have something going on with Vanessa, and he's saying her, and she's like, you still like her? Listen. Exactly. Boom. He does still like me. So that's what he's telling her, but she's not getting it through her head the entire time. She's just calling me ratchet. She's just calling me ugly, trying to convince him otherwise. But it obviously didn't work. So, honestly, I'm just ignoring the comments because people are so annoying. Y'all are just trying to start stuff. Like, that's nasty. Y'all are nasty. Like, so this could have been avoided. Here's the thing. I couldn't hear it. Don't worry. I'm going to include it. I put it on my Snapchat. I'm going to include it if I do make the story time. Couldn't hear it? Fine. I'll play it again. Let's see. Can I make it louder somehow? Hopefully you guys could hear it there. Hopefully you guys heard that. The girl talking, saying don't lie to my face is the girl. The one that has been acting, the one that we're talking about, the one that, the Miami, or the Florida girl, whatever, Miami, Florida girl, her. I'm just trying to like show you guys, I'll put it in the video so you guys can hear it better because it's from my phone and it's glitchy. But, so that is basically him trying to explain to her for the millionth time. Keep in mind, this girl already at one point was on her knees. And like I said, there was witnesses. She was crying, saying that she wanted to make it work out. Like, why don't you like me? Blah, 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 blah. So, can I help you?
I knew you were in my room. I see when we were watching you on YouTube live stream.
Oh. Hi, Poncho. Okay, I'm trying to tell my story. Go. Go, Poncho. Go. Go, Poncho. Okay. Yes, that was my brother. Okay, so the purpose of me... Okay, I'll get back to the story. My makeup goals. Where? This is sweat. Okay. But, I can't call the girl. I don't have her number, and she has me blocked everywhere, so I don't know what she's talking about. Or what you're talking about. My purpose of telling... I was going to tell it to you guys in this time. I wasn't going to leave her name. Like, I did it in my Ready With Me. No names, no nothing. Somebody said, I know her personally. This isn't the first time she went not crazy like this. It's the second. She's crazy, and nobody where she's from likes her either. I don't know if that's true or not. I don't know if that's true or not. But someone just said that. They know her personally, and this isn't the first time she did it. So I don't know. I don't know if that's true. I don't know. So I was gonna make this story because I thought, because me and him are in a good place. We're fine. We're together. You hear that? Darling, listen. We're together. You hear that? Together. So don't try to interfere. Anyways, so, the reason I was gonna make this story is because I thought me and him are fine. Okay, it's just me and him. I'm just gonna tell this story. I wasn't gonna drop her name or anything. Just like many other YouTubers tell stories and they don't use names because I'm not going to. Men aren't prizes that you win. I understand that. He's not mine. I don't own him. He's a human being. The only person that owns him is himself and God. I don't think I own him or anything. Okay? So I just thought that the situation was over. I just thought maybe I could tell the story because whenever I tell stories, I wait till it kind of passes over. Because we've never had this issue before, you guys. I have never, like, told a story and, like, had somebody, like, try to retaliate so bad. Well, people think you're bullying because it's just your side. Now, if he joined you, then your fans will believe it all. Why am I going to bring him here? What is him being here going to do? I'm telling the story, and this is not just my side. I'm being honest with you guys. I'm being honest. Why would I lie about this? I have nothing to gain. Exactly. So, so I thought I would tell the story, and here's the thing. If you weren't here in the beginning, I mentioned that another girl was being attacked as well. Another girl. And let me bring her back up because not all of you are here already. Her name is Cara Spade. So if any of you were leaving messages to her, oh, that lighting. If any of you guys were leaving messages to her, it wasn't her. It wasn't her at all. Let's see what she say. It's true, you're just the first person to put her in her place. The other girl, Jessica, she had a problem with let her win so she feels like she can. Yeah, that's not gonna work. I know it's too detailed and I have freaking audio recordings and stuff. Like, I'm being honest with you guys. I told you that and whatever. So, Cara Spade, she was also being attacked. Yes, me and him are together, you guys, okay? How many times do we need to clarify that? So, this girl was also being attacked. The real girl, I feel like she made herself into the situation. Because if this girl was being attacked, and if you are a professional model, you should keep your profile professional. If you are getting attacked, why didn't you block those people? Why didn't you go on private? Just until it cleared over, okay? Why did you tell people it was true? If you didn't want drama, if you didn't want anything, because I didn't say your name. I didn't say your name. So you put yourself in a situation. I made my get ready with me. Nobody told you to, agree to it. Like, nobody told you to put yourself, or because this girl was like, it's not me, leave me alone. That's all she had to do if she didn't want a problem. Okay? Not everyone knows what to do in those situations. But if you are a professional, then you don't act like that. I feel like she just wanted the attention. She could have just said it wasn't her. It's so easy. Like, even if it is you, I didn't send people to you. Yeah, I have a little bit of a sinus thing going on, but I'm fine, you guys. I didn't. You knew people would find her. I had a feeling, I was like, y'all are like the FBI, but don't go and harass her, okay? It's not my fault that people are so petty and they have nothing to do that they're on their phones investigating and looking things up. Okay, if she's a legit model, okay, good for her. Congratulations. I like I set it up and I didn't find her on the agency stuff. Like, I didn't see it. So, like, how am I supposed to? I'm not a model, so, like, I don't have, like, I'll admit I don't have the, I didn't have the, what? How am I yelling? These are your fans, stop yelling. I'm not really talking, like, I'm in my parents' home. I'm not yelling. I'm not trying to have them hear me yelling, So, I wasn't trying to send people to her. No one told her to, act like, sometimes you talk down to your subs. No, I don't. I don't talk down to anybody. I'm not shit. I ain't nobody. But like I said, I'm not a model, so, like, I didn't know that you could, be a model online, but not be on the website online. Does that make any sense? That's what I mean. I'm sorry if I'm coming off as rude. I'm not trying to be rude. The only people that I'm talking to is the people that are saying false things, because I don't want people being confused. So, like, I'm sorry if I'm coming off as wrong. I'm sorry. Like, I apologize for that. I'm not trying to come off as rude. I'm just trying to tell the story. Like, I'm sorry. Hashtag calm down. Exactly. So, I didn't know that it was possible to be a model and not be on there, especially if it's a, online thing. So I was just like, I looked and I didn't see it. That was it. I dropped it. I didn't keep talking about it. It doesn't matter if I have 1.6 million subscribers. It doesn't matter. It's up to those people and their character if they want to investigate. I didn't. Like I said, other people were being targeted. And it's not even like, it's like you're calling your fans petty. I'm not, because it's not all of you. It's not all of you. It's not everybody who's acting like this, okay? It's not all of you. It's literally just some people who have nothing to do, and it's not even protecting me, because somebody told me that on Twitter. They're like, we're just trying to protect you. I told you guys, I don't tell stories unless the situation is pretty much over. So what protection do I need? I'm 20 years old. I'm not coming on YouTube asking people to defend me. I love you guys so fucking much. I love you guys, okay? But I'm not asking you to go and attack people. Like I said, I am 20 years old. I don't need people going and trying to defend me. And I wasn't trying to give her attention or anything. I was just telling a story because I'm a storyteller. I didn't even give a hint at her name. I wasn't trying to start drama. I was just telling a story, just like many other YouTubers do. But I find it funny how people attack me and tell me I'm being petty when all I'm doing is trying to tell a story. You know what I mean? So, anyways, so moving back on. So after that happened, the reason that Chandler was even, oh, the moderator's here. Hi, moderator. Can you guys, like, get rid of all the people that are coming up with lies? Okay, thank you. But, so after, the reason we were even there in the first place is because Jan and his friend needed to get their luggage. We weren't there trying to start stuff. And you'll notice that after, let me see if you could hear it in the audio. Let me see. Let's keep this over here.
She's fucking crazy. You guys are right.
Fuck you, bitch.
Okay, you can. Think about it in your dreams.
Yeah, I know.
She's fucking insane. Jan, let's go.
Can you just give me a second?
To cry? Yeah.
This is she locked the door. She locked him in there. He was over here trying to leave. She locked him in there. Keep that in mind, okay? So, she locked him in there, and he's just trying to get his stuff and go, but she's not letting him leave. She's just trying to convince him otherwise to stay. Ooh. Nope. Not today, Satan. Not today. Y'all see this? I was leaning against it. I heard it popping. Nope, not today, Satan. I will not be electrocuted. Ooh. Okay. So, to the person that, wait, who are you telling to shut up? What do you mean? This is my broadcast. How tall am I? I'm 5'8". That doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if I'm bigger than somebody or anything, because she was bigger than Chandler and she got in her face. So it doesn't matter who, you can be the biggest girl or the littlest girl. It doesn't matter. Any size has to do with anything, okay? So moving on. And by the way, I didn't try to argue or fight with her. She started with me. Okay, you can rewatch this if you're bored later on. Okay? So the purpose of us being there was so he can get his stuff and go, because he felt he didn't like the fact that his stuff was there. He thought that, I'll talk about the DM again. I'm just going to recap on everything at the end for the people who were here. I'm going to do like a quick 5-minute overview. So basically, we're just trying to leave. He didn't feel safe leaving his stuff there because with her erratic behavior, you don't know if she's going to throw it outside or destroy it or do something to it. You never know. So he just wanted to get his stuff and go. And he's trying to do that. Eventually, Chandler's like, let's go. And she lets him leave, and he walks out with his stuff, and they get in the car, and we're fine. But the entire night, she's blowing him up, calling him, the usual, just trying to get him to come back, all of that. Now, this is when it gets crazy, and you guys are going to be, why are people talking about your makeup not matching your skin tone? I'm not even wearing foundation. What do you mean? I understand in that video, my face was looking a little bit orange, but what are you coming for? My natural skin tone? Real mature. Okay, so this is when it's really crazy, and you guys are going to realize what I mean. This is like if I wanted to make a story time about this, I could the story a long time ago if I just wanted to expose people, but I didn't. I was just like, this is my business, and if I want to eventually make a story about it, I will. Okay, hold on. Let me see. Block. Bye bye. I'm just gonna start blocking people who are being disgusting. So I was it the next day or the day after that? I'm gonna be honest. I don't remember if it was the day or the day after. But this is what. Oh no. Okay, I got it. Okay. So the day after, the girl is texting him saying that you owe me. Was it $500? I don't know. She was talking about like you owe me money, and then she was saying that Jan's friend, it's not his real name by the way, that's a code name, was saying that he owes her money. And Jan was like, I already offered you to go back home to send you on a plane, but you denied it. So no one told you to decline it. And exactly. So sorry, I'm like reading comments at the same time. So this girl, the next day, me and Jan are hanging out. Who else was there? Chandler and his friend, Jay. We're all in my apartment sitting on the couch. Where is he? He's at home with his family, Thanksgiving, you know. So this entire time, we're just hanging out, watching TV. It wasn't late, but it wasn't early. It was like afternoonish. He gets a phone call. And this phone call says that, and this is from a guy he doesn't know. She froze. Hopefully you guys can still hear me. So the phone call is from a guy he doesn't know saying, I'm gonna kill you. This guy is telling Jan on the phone, I'm gonna fucking kill you. I'm gonna murder you. I'm gonna kill you. How dare you do that to this girl? And we're just like, whoa, what is he talking about? So this is what this girl did. She went outside my apartment building and told anyone who walked by, I'm homeless. He made me spend all of my money. He invited me over here, had sex with me, and then dumped me right away. He left me abandoned. I have nowhere to go. I don't know what to do. I'm so hurt. Standing outside my apartment building. I live there. Jan doesn't live there. I live there. So why was she at my apartment building telling people, waiting for someone to take her in, saying, I'm homeless, he did this to me. And you want to know who picked her up? This grown man, ex-military, has guns and knives everywhere in his apartment. I don't know if that's legal or not, but this guy has guns, knives everywhere. She's staying with this guy. And this guy's over here calling Jan like, I'm gonna fucking kill you when I see you. And I'm just over here like, what? And Jan's over here like, what the hell? Why is my life being threatened now? What is going on? And that's when the situation we realized was a lot deeper than we thought it was. This girl's not only upset that she's not only upset that he's with me, but now she's going to strangers that these people didn't even know the situation. Nobody knew about this. It was between our little group. Now she's going and telling sob stories to everyone around the building, going and telling everybody all these things. Basically, I felt like I was in high school again. I felt like I was in high school again. So Jan is like, you know what? I'm going to go talk to the guy. And I'm like, don't get killed. I didn't go because I already knew that girl's there and they're going to try to sabotage. And that's exactly what happened. They got out of the elevator. Chandler went. So she was there. Because I wasn't going to go because that would just be a bad situation. I'm not an idiot. I'm not an idiot. Yes, a lot of internet people do live where I live. So a lot of them were getting involved that it had nothing to do with them. It had nothing to do with them. So they were all basically starting to get involved. And right as Chandler and Jan step out of the elevator, they're waiting there, and they basically took them to the apartment. Basically sabotaged them, took them to the apartment, and threw Jan in there, closed the door behind him. So he's in there stuck. He didn't know the girl was in there, but he goes in there and she's there. This girl was not his ex. To the people that are just joining in, this girl is some girl who flew out thinking that there was going to be a relationship. Things didn't go her way. I'm sorry. I do feel bad for you. And I'm not just trying to say that I'm like a bitchy way. Like, I understand where you're coming from, but then when you started going bipolar, saying you didn't say things, acting crazy, and coming up with things, and then showing up outside of my apartment, and then trying to fight me and all of this stuff, that's when it becomes an issue. And that's when I don't feel sorry for you anymore. Because I pitied her. I was like, I understand where she's coming from, woman to woman. I know what you mean. I felt it. But seeing all of this craziness, she know him because she social media. That's it. That's how she knew him. She watched his videos that he made with Lele, because him and Lele and their whole little crew made videos. She didn't try to start liking all his stuff until she saw. This happened after the Lele videos and all of that. So this girl probably saw he was on the rise. So that's probably why she thought, I don't know if she has a mental illness. And if she does, then I'm sorry. Like, I was not aware that she had something mentally wrong with her. She's a grown woman. And if you have something wrong, you go and get help. You don't fly across the country and think that seeking out love is going to make all of your problems go away. And I know if she's watching, that just hit her really hard. So they're in there talking. Chandler comes back down. Honestly, it does. This does, like, I wouldn't be surprised if something does happen to me, you guys. Like, if I end up dead, if I end up, like, beat up in a ditch or something, you'll know who did it, because I have no enemies. I was becoming so happy, and then all of this shit showed up. And it started to, like, really again, like, you know what I mean? But anyways, so they're in the apartment talking, and he's trying to explain to her, and he's like apologizing again. And Jan's just like, I'm sorry. Like, I already explained to you. Me and Vanessa. It's gonna be me and Vanessa. I'm sorry. You flew out here. I'm sorry for leading you on. But the day you got here, I knew that this wasn't going to work. Because even though me and him, even though me and him were not serious when we were talking the first time, we still liked each other. We had deep conversations. We understood each other. So even if me and him weren't going to be together, if me and him weren't going to be together at all, we were still going to have each other's backs. Because we understood each other. We're very alike. So we were still going to be friends. Everything was going to be fine. So, I don't know. He just told her that he was sorry. And he, once again, I think he offered her again to send her home, to pay for her ticket. Because like I said, she was going around telling people she was homeless. She was going around telling people that she didn't have anywhere to go. And like I said, he offered, I will pay for you to go home. I will give you he offered her $1,500, I believe, to pay for her to go home, and that'll kind of, cover the Airbnb. Now, he told her like the third day that it wasn't going to work out. How old is she? Almost 22. Okay, keep that in mind. She grown. No one's next to me. That's my leg's shadow. No one's next to me. I'm by myself. That's my leg. So honestly, you guys, low key, the room that I'm in right now is like the room that all the paranormal shit happened in. So like, watch something like Bink bought me in the head. Messy Monday gonna come through? Ugh. I doubt it. I'm not even relevant like that, so I don't think so. Like, I'm irrelevant. I'm a social media person. So am I not following this correctly, or are you not? Or are you just repeating the same stuff? No, I'm just kind of like trying to inform people so they're not like confused or anything. So he explains to her everything. He walks out. He comes back to my apartment. He's telling me what happened. Chandler's like, that was so easy. Like, I heard everything they were talking about. He was trying to explain to her how he likes you, how she basically, was not getting it through her head. Okay? So he leaves. She's still there. Whatever. She's calling him consistently, texting him, like, karma's gonna bite you in the ass. How dare you do this to me? It's all gonna get back to you in the end. And I'm just like, okay, whatever. Then Jan explains to the man that was letting her stay there. He was explaining to him the situation, and the guy was like, I'm sorry for coming at you like that. He's like, I'm sorry for yelling at you, threatening you. I'm sorry. I didn't know the truth. I didn't know any of that. And the girl, she was there when Jan was explaining it. Like, she heard some of it. And the guy's looking at her like, why didn't you tell me that? Why'd you say that? And she's just like, silent, So I have a feeling that this girl is possibly a sociopath. Like, she will say anything to manipulate to get what she wants. Being a sociopath is not a mental disorder. It's not a mental disorder in my eyes. I feel like you choose to be like that. Like, you don't have to take advantage of people. You don't have to manipulate people. You don't have to act like that, So the guy finds out the truth. She's no longer staying there. Now, we have a friend in the building. And, okay, keep in mind, she supposedly spent all her money. She's supposedly broke at this point, right? She's supposedly broke. So, why didn't she take the offer and go home? So she can continue modeling career and make her money and do her. That's it. That's it. And we have a friend in the building. He's from Morocco. And he lives there. And he didn't really know all of the information, but this kid is so sweet. He's so nice, you guys. He's so sweet. So he took her in. He took her in. He told her she could stay there. Now, I wish people wouldn't have left, because this is going to get you guys. Now, there was an audio recording of this. I don't have anymore. You know what? I will look for it. It's on my phone. It was sent to me, I believe. I will look for it. And if I find it, I will put it in the story time. Okay? I will look for it. I will text the kid from Morocco. I will text him and see if he can send it to me. So, he finds out the truth. And he tells her, he said, I'm sorry, but like, you did my friends so wrong. I can't let you stay here. I'm sorry. She punched him in the face. She punched my friend in the face because he told her she couldn't stay there. In the audio, you can hear her punch him. And he says, why the fuck did you punch me? And she's like, because you're a liar. You told me I could stay here. And he's like, yeah, but like, then I found out everything and I'm sorry, I can't let you stay here. She punched him in the face in his apartment. This kid is so nice, guys. He didn't deserve that. He has never said anything rude or ever done anything wrong to anybody. He was just trying to be a good friend and let her stay there, despite everything. Yet she feels it's okay to disrespect somebody in their own home and punch them. And he's a boy. He can't hit her back. And how old is he? How old is he, 19 or 17? I think he's 19. But if he is 17, charges. But yeah, you guys, he's fine. He's okay. He's completely okay. I mean, he got punched, but he's fine. Like, don't worry about him. He's okay, you guys. And he tells her to get out. He's like, get out of my house. Like, get out. When did this all go down? This happened after the guy with the knives and stuff told her to go. He told her to leave, so she went to go look to, find somewhere else to stay. And that's when she went with the Morocco kid. He finds out the truth, and she punches him in the face because he says she can't stay there. So this girl is hitting people, assaulting people. This isn't just tea, you guys. Exactly. It is way beyond that. She had her stuff with her. He should have called the cops, honestly. I don't know why he didn't. I couldn't call it. Like, nobody else can call the cops and be like, he punched her. Like, she would have, or he had to call it, The video's not going to be 2 hours long. I'll, like, try to cut it up and stuff and, like, make it sound, like, make it make sense because I'm, like, everywhere with the story. I'm sorry. But, so, yeah, I'll make a story time about it so you guys will know. He's over here calling me right now. I will talk to you in a minute. But, so basically, she is at this point. Nobody knows where she is staying at. But at this point, I don't feel safe in my own home. I'm like, what if she's lingering around the building? What if I try to go to the gym and she tries to come and fight me? What if she tries to call somebody else and tell someone else some drama? Because this girl, you guys, I am not calling her ratchet. I'm not calling her ghetto. But her character, the fact that she can pop off on somebody that didn't do anything to her. If you were listening earlier, I was standing there. We were all standing there. And she walks up to me and rams into me. Okay? And then I'm like, whoa, why are you hitting me, fam? Like, I don't know you like that. And she's like, calm down, chill out. Getting in my face. So this girl not only has very erratic behavior, but now she's hitting people. But we don't know where she's at. So I'm over here like, do I feel safe in my own apartment complex? Like, I don't feel safe at all with this girl going around. Eventually, this girl, nobody knows where she's at. They don't know where she's staying. But we knew that she was still in LA. Eventually, Jan goes back home because he's going for Thanksgiving, all of that stuff. Exactly. There's a difference between self-defense and fighting. But the kid from Morocco didn't do anything. He just told her, you can't stay there. And she decks him. Excuse me. So, by the way, you guys, yes, I have taken boxing. I know how to fight, and I'm not trying to fight this girl because I'm going to be the mature, I'm going to be the grown one. See, the entire time I was just trying to tell the story time. I wasn't going to include names. I wasn't going to go too into detail. I was going to tell details, but not too into detail because I didn't want her to, be hurt even more because she's already hurt, clearly, even though this guy that she only knew physically in person for only a couple days told her that he didn't want her anymore. Like, I don't know. This is just, like, it makes my head hurt because I could never see myself acting like that for somebody. can never put myself in the shoes of, it's like me flying over to New York. Okay, let's do a funny example to like brighten the mood. So say me and Denzel, because Denzel's from New York. So say Denzel lives in New York, and I'm seeing all of his photos, commenting it and everything. Has been received. Okay. So let's say that I'm liking all of Denzel's videos and stuff, and he's starting to get poppin'. And he DMs me back like, hey. And we're just like, talking for like a little bit. And then I think that it's okay to fly over to New York and expect a relationship with this person. I miss you too, Nasir. I got your little message. That's like me flying over, and then Denzel telling me, you know what, I'm sorry. Like, I feel so bad. Like, I feel so stupid. I'm so sorry. I was talking to this girl. We stopped things, but you know what? I miss her, and I still like her. I want to be with her. And then me doing everything that happened, basically. I could never picture myself in that situation. My mama raised me that you don't need a man. You don't need nobody to love you. If you don't even love yourself, how do you expect someone else to love you? So I could never see myself being in the situation. By the way, if y'all know what that little reference was from, you real. Exactly, RuPaul. So I could never see that. Like I don't know if this girl had it bad at home that she has. I'm bisexual, I'm not straight, you guys. But I don't know. Like, part of me feels bad for her. Part of me is like, she set herself up. Like, her flying over there, I understand maybe she had these hopes and all this stuff. But at the end of the day, a couple days later, he offered to fly her back. He offered to fly her back. And at one point, I didn't even put this detail in there. He told her that she was going to have a place to stay. That that she had friends out there, and that she had things going on for her. Basically meaning that she has jobs, she's going to be making money, that she's going to, she's going to be okay. So then, if everything was going to be okay, how did you lose all your money? Why are you on the street outside of my apartment building waiting for someone to let you stay with them, telling them this false sob story? Where's your friend that was going to let you stay with them? Where are the jobs that you're going to make the money? How did you supposedly lose all your money staying in that Airbnb? Now, keep in mind, after they left the Airbnb, she stayed there for like a day more or something, but then all of a sudden the next day she can't afford it and she's homeless. You should have just took the offer and left. And I think he even offered her again and she still denied it. Now, I don't know how she got, because I did find out yesterday or the day before, something like that she is back home in Florida. Now, I don't know how she was able to afford to get back. Maybe she did a couple jobs. I don't know. I don't know where she got the money. And she somehow made it back home. So I'm wondering, an Airbnb is basically when you can rent out other people's homes, a room in their home, apartments, and you stay there. So people are treating their homes basically as like little hotels. So I don't know. I don't know how she got back home. Maybe she had the money the whole time and she was lying. Or maybe somebody gave her money and bought her a ticket. I don't know. Maybe her mom bought her a ticket to send her back home. For all I know, I don't know. But I don't know. But yeah, I guess she's back home. When I go back home, I don't feel like I have to worry about anything now. What scares me is that she knows where I live. She knows what floor I live on. She knows, because she watched me walk a certain direction. So I know she knows my apartment is on that hallway. I feel like she knows where I live. I feel like this girl knows where I live. So, and maybe she scammed the ticket. I don't know. But if she did scam, then I guess I'm proud of her in a little aspect, because, you know, ultimate scammer. Yes, I am moving in 2 months. Thank the fucking Lord. And I'm going to move out of that area. I'm going to move over the hill in the valley. I'm gone. Bye, guys. I'm not going to be over here anymore. I'm not dealing with any of your BS. I'm gone. So, yes, I'm still in Arizona. I'm actually in my old room where it all started. But, so she's back home, I guess. She still messages him all the time. After the video was put out, she, sent a text message to Jan's friend saying, "Let Vanessa know, thank you for the exposure and the followers." And so basically that proved to me that this girl, wow, this is all adding up. This girl was in it for attention. She was in it for some sort of exposure. Because if she really didn't want her professional career hurt, she could have said, "That's not me." She could have denied it. But instead, she started posting screenshots and things. Now, keep this in mind. I am not that big of a YouTuber, okay? I understand I get a couple views. I understand that. But if she was able to put a post not too long after my video was out saying everyone found her and harassed her, you're not the only one. Multiple people were getting accused. Nobody told you to accept it. But now it makes sense. Because her saying, "Let Vanessa know, thank you for the exposure, thank you for the followers," that just proves that she has honestly only been in this for the followers, for the attention. Like, you didn't have to agree. You didn't have to milk it. Like, the rest of these people say, they all denied it. They said, "Leave me alone, get off my page." Yet you wanted to continue it. So you did this. I'm not saying you did it to yourself, but if I say in my story that I'm not going to expose or put the person's information out, yet you go ahead and expose yourself, then, you know, any modeling agency would drop her because of her post. I don't know. But this girl was clearly very manipulative, complete sociopath. And that's what happened. That's why I said this is like the most epic story time I've ever had. I wasn't kidnapped. I wasn't, you know, all of this. But this girl took the extra mile.
So some bitch stole my purse. Some bitch stole my purse when I was at Target. Why am I on guys? Because I refuse to compete.